Yo, what's good, YouTube? I am a perpetrator, better known as TPT Concepts. Today is July 6th, 2026. We'll be trading some SPY here today. Let me share my screen. Okay, before we get into the charts, we are going to get a word from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Today's word comes from Psalm chapter 62, verse 1, and it reads, I wait quietly before God, for my victory comes from him. Okay, I'm going to read it one more time. This is Psalm chapter 62, verse 1. I'll wait quietly before God, for my victory comes from him. Okay. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. The victory comes from God. All right. The battle's already won. All right. He sacrificed his son for our sins, which is why we're able to, continue living after we have sinned. All right. Thank you, God, for everything. Count it all joy. Okay. So today is July 6th, 2026. The time is now 9:35 a.m. We have news here today at 10 a.m. As you can see here, ISM. All right, it's a red folder. And if you hover your cursor over the folder, you'll see it says high impact expected. Okay. And it's not financial advice, but sometimes I tend to wait for a setup when we have news. All right. So if you're new to the channel, I greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. If you're not new, let's hop into it. We're gonna hop into a top-down analysis. All right, keep it simple here. Okay, the previous daily candle closed bearish. As we can see here on Thursday, we had a short week. Okay. So today I do have a bearish bias. All right. Let's go down to the smaller time frame, see if we can find some key levels. Okay. We can see price made a support here. It look like we got a clean candles coming down here. Let's see. All right, and also closes below here. All right. All right, we clearly have a key resistance level right here. And it look like we also have one right here. Okay, let's go down to the 30 minute. See how this lines up. Okay, the 30 minute, the price is kind of ranging as we speak. All right. So I wouldn't be opposed to range two buys above here and sells below here. Okay. I like this. Look to the left. Got a resistance here. And we got more clean traffic coming up here on the 30 minute to this resistance here. Okay, so right now we can see that price is somewhat moving sideways. All right, let's wait for candle closures here. And we have news at 10 a.m. All right, market just open. Let's be patient here. Let's mark this up. All right. And after we mark this up, that's when I'm going to put my training wheels on, and I will explain to you guys what I mean by that. Pretty much help me navigate through these ranges better because I was having a hard time of getting in too early or too late. Okay. So now that we have our ranges marked up, let's put our training wheels on. Okay. And as you can see here, I just marked up key support and resistance levels, and I'm targeting clean candles, as you can see. All right. Clean candles. All right. So if I want to be a seller below this support today, how could I navigate through this range? So let me put my training wheels on because I'm not that smart. I'm going to use this wick here, right here. All righty. Here's my navigation zone today. So I will need price to get below here and give me a retest, and I can take some sales coming down. And as far as my buys, I will use this wick here. And if you stretch it to the left, you see how it's above this resistance right here. All right. So I will use this as my navigation zone for buys coming up. Okay. All righty. So this is what I have here today. I'm on SPY. All right. I have a bearish bias. All right. Marked out my ranges. I'm about to take a screenshot of my top down analysis. All right. And we have some earnings here today. I think like 25 companies are doing earnings here today. Jeez. What's another analysis of that? Okay, so now we wait. Now we wait. All right. Because again, chop. All right, chop session. So these navigation zones again, I will be waiting for a closure below and a retest or a closure above and a retest. Other than that, I will be doing nothing here today. All right. Let's see what my boy doing. It look like he may have a sell stop here. Okay, as you can see here, my boy Nick Stewart. Shout out to my mentor down in Tampa. All right, you can see we have our ranges marked up similar. All right, and you don't have to trade exactly the same as someone. They can give you like a good foundation, and then you can take it. And as you can see here, trade it comfortable for me. All right, I had I wouldn't say a hard time, but I like or I wanted. Let me say I wanted more conviction. All right, so if you want more conviction, you know what I mean. You have to create it yourself because the conviction comes from inside of you. So, all right, let's see. My boy up there giving it to his mom. Mhm. Oh man. Trading is, I would say 90 to 95% waiting, just to be real. And you see how my navigation zones, which are my training wheels, are right below key levels. This key resistance, this key support. All right, your sales coming down, and above this resistance for this clean traffic coming up. All right, but for now, we just wait and be patient. Uh, we still have about 15 minutes, 15 minutes for this 30-minute counter to close. And again, we have news at 10 a.m. News at 10 a.m. And again, even above this level, we still have a clean candle coming up here. So I'll just be patient here on this Monday and wait on price action. We're gonna listen to a little bit of Mark Douglas in a minute. All right, my boy still had his sell stop here. So pretty much we waiting for sales below here. We got a closure below. We got a closure below the zone. Buyers try to step in, stay below the support. So you got a sell stop to break these lows with this clean traffic here to the left. Clean candles coming down. Professional. Alrighty. Time is on 9:47. We're still, I will consider this today. Um, all right. I will wait for sellers to prove that they want to close below this support here, or buyers to prove that they want to close above this resistance here to fill this clean traffic. As far as the sales, this gap is clean traffic. All right. You see here, price got to the top of this navigation zone where this wick was. But we had to be patient. Our edge is just like the casino. All right. Have to wait for it. All right. 12 minutes. 12 minutes until 10 o'clock. I will be right back while we wait for these candles to close. Hey, my boy just woke up there. Let me go say good morning to him. All right, while we wait for that. Watch a professional. I'm gonna read something from Trader Tom when I get back. Okay, wow. Look at there. We got about 8 minutes for this calendar class. All right, I'm about to read something here from Trader Tom. It says, my trust in the markets and in myself supports my patience. My patience that a setup will materialize feeds my confidence. My confidence that I will win dictate my inner dialogue. My inner dialogue, what I tell myself while I'm trading, supports my process oriented mindset. The process enables me to stay focused in this moment. I support this loop with my mental exercise. They feed, nourish, and sustain the loop. They feed, nourish, and sustain the loop. All righty. Let's trade it. You just gotta keep a positive attitude and know that an edge is not 100% guaranteed win, which is why risk management, I'm learning a key. It is key. Speaking of risk management, let's see what the VIX is trading at about 16. Okay. And you save a lot of mental capital when when you have something that you're looking for. Let's see. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay, my boy, I'm gonna edit it yet. Okay, less than 5 minutes. Top stuff. All right, we got news in 4 minutes. News in 4 minutes. Is Trump talking? Hmm. All right, 5 minutes for the counter closes. He pretty much deleted the self talk. You hear how they explaining the trade we want to be in? Same thing I'm saying here. We get a closure above my navigation zone, nice bottom whip, break of the previous candle highs, I'm in there. And again, I'm pretty much just trading with price did to the left. Identical price action. Okay. All right, less than 2 minutes. And this is a tough range for SPY today. Let's see. What is this news to come out? 1 minute. Trying to see if we have any news from Bloomberg. Mm. All right, we got 20 seconds. 20 seconds for this 30-minute countdown to close. We close bearish Doji inside of the range and open with no top work. Let's see. 1 hour close. Bullish Doji. Doji. 15-minute close. Bearish Doji. Okay. Screenshot of both the ways. Boom. Okay. Well, let's be patient here and wait on price action. Let's see. Okay, so with my template right here, we'll just doji with a 15-minute bearish. So look for long positions. That's what it says here. The template I showed you guys. All right. 1 hour candle closure in the second 15-minute bar. Okay. All right, let's be patient here. We got news coming out as we speak. Okay. Food is out. All right, my boy put the sell stop back. Okay. All right, he's setting up for an entry here. I'm waiting for mine. All right, and if this doesn't make any sense or you want me to, explain it better, you can always reach out to me. Boom, right there. At the Prather Trader underscore on Instagram. Alrighty. I hope. My boy out there chilling. price action inside of this range. If you are in any positions, I would just be cautious with your risk. Mhm. Other than that, just play some. See here. I wrote this in my journal. I think in March 11th. Yeah, March 11th, 2026. The better I get at waiting, the better trader I become. So every session is a test to strengthen the discipline muscle to build up the subconscious mind. Okay. All right, my boy look like he make it activated here. You heard him? Wait for probabilities, which is what we are doing here. All right, I don't want to enter in this range because the probability of me losing, which is not following my plan, not actual money. All right, here we don't lose money. We just either follow our plan or we don't. You see this choppy range here? All right, you know. And it's Monday too. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look like we got about 8 minutes for the 15-minute candle to close and 22 minutes for this 30-minute. Okay, my boy is close to. He's been in this chart since 8:30. The time is now 10:07. You see, he waited for a solid hour and a half. All right, we only been here for 30 minutes. All right, this is what trading is: waiting for our edge, waiting for our edge. Remember, your edge isn't something that works 100% of the time. It has probabilities. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find. Because this weekend I actually looked at the probabilities, and now I realize why I need the training wheels or my navigation zone. Because look, all right, so from August of last year to pretty much June, this is what I'm working with. Okay, you see here. The breakout is 55%. That's why now when I take a breakout, I have a navigation zone to give me more conviction. All right. Oh, I don't mean that. Okay. So today, I know what I'm working with. If I'm taking a range two breakout, 73%. Taking an onion, 74%. Taking a celery, 68%. Taking a breakout, 55%. Taking a fade, 71%. All right. That's just what my data has shown. And then, from July to December, I'll do it again. All right. See what I'm working with. All right. Oh, I think my boy got activated. Okay. Okay. So we can actually break down this trade that he is currently in. So he's waiting for sales below here, as you can see. He got the closure, but he was waiting for a top wick, didn't quite get it. So he had to wait for another candle to close, which was this bullish candle. Bullish candle, bullish candle closed below the support level. He waited for a top wick for the next candle. You see, the key word is wait, 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 wait. Now he got activated to break out a previous candle low with this clean traffic here to the left. All right, textbook. Now probability is just gonna play out. All right, let's see what's going on our end. We want to get outside of this pre-market range. You know what I mean? We want to get outside of it. Again, the reason I want closures above my navigation zone is because in the past, price has shown me if we don't get a closure above, we could potentially come back down. So, and if the market just takes off, all right, without giving me a nice closure or entry, hey, it's open tomorrow. All right, it is open tomorrow. All right, we got 3 minutes for this 15-minute counter to close. Let's see how. See what the VIX is trading at. The VIX is still trading around 16. We got about 6.2 million people trading SPY right now. All right. Our boy's in a little bit of drawdown right now, but probabilities will always play itself out. Always. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm curious to see if or when I operate like a casino. The actual results. Oh wow. Because to be completely honest, I want to say most of us would probably have been profitable by now. Myself, it's revenge trading and over leveraging. All right. So now I'm working on my risk management and no more revenge trading. Mhm. You got 1 minute, 1 minute for this 15-minute candle to close. All right, we're gonna push up here. Okay. Look like the 15-minute is trying to push up. Yeah. but not quite closing above that wick. Okay, price did close above. Let's see if we can get a nice bottom wick here. A little steeper than that, to be honest, because the wick is going to be my stop loss because I don't want it all the way down here. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I may use this bottom wick here. All right, we closed above here. Giving us a nice bottom wick, retesting our navigation zone. Clean candles here to the left. So yeah, I will be long if we break these previous candle highs. All right. All right. We want to stay trading above 74879 here. Okay. See if we can keep pushing. All right, because like I said before, if buyers can get above here, a nice bottom wick to retest. I want to be long. And I'll add right in here if the trade is going in my favor. All right. So entry and where I would add and taking profit up here. And just clean traffic here to the left. All right, and it's just me playing out my edge. Probabilities will do the rest. Oh man. Nice bottom wick, nice retest. Should be, we break those highs, I will be long. And then I will add right there. I'll add at 74981. And I'm targeting this clean traffic here to the left. Let's see, okay. And again, I explained to you in the pre-market why I wanted to take this trade. We're getting a break outside of this range. We closed above this wick. All right. And we have clean traffic above. So we are able to break these highs. I will be long. But as you can see here, that's why we just don't enter a long position because we get a breakout and we wait for the bottom wick like my boy was doing. Okay. Gotta wait for top and bottom wicks because that is support and resistances on lower time frames. All right. So let's be patient. Wait on price action. All right, we still have a little less than 11 minutes for this 15-minute counter to close. All right, that'll be a break of the previous 30-minute high as well. Just have to be patient here and wait. Trading is a lot of waiting, but if we keep preparing while we wait, you know, we'll be ready. All right, the time is now 10:20. We are approaching almost 1 hour of the market being open. And again, being patient, waiting for our setup. And again, the last time price was able to get above here and give us a bottom wick, it pushed up. So again, I'm just trading identical price action. I'm not really trying to do any thinking. I'm just actually looking and waiting. So we got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. And if this bearish candle closes above, then I'll wait for a bottom wick for the next candle and then still get in the break of the previous candle highs. Pretty much as long as we are above this navigation zone, which is this wick. All right, why is this wick so important? Once again, it's because above this range, this wick is what took price down. So we can close above it like we did and retest it like we are now. Then I am going to enter a long position. Okay. Price is activating me here. I want to see if we can fill this range. All right, and I will add if we can get up to these levels here and get a screenshot of this. All righty, here's the trade. Boom. All right, let's see how this plays out. Um, As a trader, that is all I can do. Again, we get up here. I'm going to add to my position. All right, a little less than 7 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. And I'm adding to my position because of what price action did over here to the left. All right, not yet. And with it being a Monday, I am going low risk, first day of the week. All right, not quite, not quite. All right, I've added more to this position. All right, I'm targeting these clean candles here to the left. All right, as a trader, that's all I can do. I broke down to you guys what I was waiting for. Got it. I had to answer. 30-minute broke the previous candle highs. All right, when buyers got up in this range before, you see they kept pushing up. So all I can do is be patient here. Alrighty. Thank you guys again for all the support. This will probably be the only trade I take here today. All right, you see my advantage point is right here. For price pull back. Okay. Um, so, it's like, let's see if we can hit this advantage point here. SPY. Again, I'm just trading what price did here in the past, and I'm targeting this clean candle here. I'm going off of right here. The price did in the past. If it was able to get above here, it pushed up. I don't know if it'll do it this time, but I had to enter the trade. All right. We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes for this 30-minute and 15-minute candle close. All right. Just gonna slide pull back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Just be patient here and just wait on price action. But yeah, I'm okay with this trade. When we trade, make sure we keep a journal. Write down how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. All right, 1 minute here. Let's see if we can keep price above 74879. All right, less than 1 minute. If this 30-minute candle closes above our navigation zone, that's giving us more conviction. Now, I won't be surprised if the next candle starts off giving us a bottom wick, retesting the navigation zone, and then pushing up to fill the range. But if it hits my advantage point first, I would have to take some profit. All right. Got 5 seconds. All right. That kind of closed a little to no top wick, so I did take a little bit of profits right there because trading isn't free. You got to pay for commission, right? Hmm. I did not want this counter to start off making a top wick. Hmm. We want to stay trading above this navigation zone. See how I got right at the advantage point and it started to pull back. All right, that's why we got this level from the 15-minute time frame. We just got to be patient. Oh, shit, man. Sure. Like I said, the candle closed a little to no top wick, so and again, 85% of candles have top and bottom wicks. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, on the same time. All right, but price did come down to make a nice bottom wick for us. But what I'm learning is just to be patient, and I'm working on holding my trades longer. Holding them until they hit TP. I want to thank everybody again for all of the support. Seriously. All right. Getting to that advantage point. Every time it's pulling back. You see? That's how we have advantage points. All right. That's why I took a little bit of profit. But you can see this resistance over here. All right. Got to be mindful of where we at on the charts. Yeah, we do have a clean candle coming up. But like I said before, this 30-minute close a little to no top with. So mm, it's a Monday, baby. It's a Monday, baby. Curious to see what does price do around that navigation zone. We want to see it respected, to be honest. All right. Let me see that with my boy. Okay, my boy Green Bean. Okay, green on the screen. All righty. Somebody just push down. Okay. And again, as long as we're trading above this resistance and this wick, uh, I keep my conviction for these longs coming up. But we called it no top wick. All right, 85% of candles have top and bottom wicks. Hmm. 1 hour pulling back. Come on, push up, baby. You get a lot of buying pressure come in. Yeah, okay. They're squabbling. Buyers and sellers are squabbling. They are squabbling. Hmm. I'm writing my journal. I'm currently seeing trend. Okay, sellers are stepping in here. But just remember, it's always a win, all right, when you do exactly what you said you would do. All right. So if I said I would come here, wait for a price to close above like he did, give me a retest and then enter the break of these highs. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did. So now I wait. And this will be my only trade for the day, so I can have an account for tomorrow. And then I'm gonna come back and do it again. All right, so okay, and again here we're just trading probabilities. Okay, that's it. Like price can sink through the floor. My job is when I noticed that it's not doing what I thought, is just to get out. That's why I took some profits at that advantage point. Okay. So I could break even. It's all good. My system requires me to survive for the next trading day. That's it. Oh, oh, yeah, buyers and sellers. Yeah, they're squabbling for sure. They're squabbling. They are squabbling. Now I see why my boy be sometimes closing his full position if a candle closes with little to no top. Okay, I see now. All right. All right. So you're just being patient, just like we are. Just being patient, waiting. We got 18 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. That'd be a closure of the 1 hour candle as well. Alrighty. Like I said, we did want to see price make a bottom wick first. All right, 1 hour pulling back. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Still have 17 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, sellers are definitely stepping in strong here. But like I said, I am trying to work on holding my trade. All right, we got a nice push up at first. Now price is pulling back on us. All right, we do have some resistances up here, so that's no surprise. But we had to take this trade based off of previous price action. So just wait. And I always tell myself if buyers are able to close above a resistance, them boys want to eat. You know what I mean? Them boys might want to eat. So wouldn't hop up in that party. All right, 16 minutes, 16 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. I may be thinking of a way to add here. Let's go down to the 15. Yeah, to be honest, if we get up in here, I may add some more to this position just because we're kind of retesting this navigation zone again. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we can get back up to 750, which would be breaking the previous 30-minute high. I do want this candle to open with a bottom wick first, to be honest. Okay, nice bottom wick. There we go. Because you see, we got closures above and a nice retest. Sellers tried to step in here on the 15-minute, but they weren't unable to close below the navigation zone. So I will add more with the rest of this clean traffic here to the left. Because again, I'm just trading probabilities. So that's the reason for the navigation zone inside of these ranges. All right. To help me hold trades and enter trades and exit the whole thing. I need training wheels, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I need training wheels when I trade in the market. But hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. We break the previous candle highs on the 15. I will add some more to this position. And if you notice, I'm only adding if the trade is going in my favor. If we don't continue to push back up, then I won't add any more to this position. All right. You see, I took a little profit up in here. All right up in here at this advantage point. You see this wick over here. All right. And again, I'm just going off the previous price action. Okay. This may turn into a range two breakout, then a celery. That's Monday. Monday. Oh man. Mondays. See if we can break these highs so we can add more to potentially continue to fill this range. Mm, okay. Mm. Yo, buyers and sellers are squabbling, yo. They're squabbling. And as a trader, all we can do is sit back and watch. And don't let our emotions or anything get involved. And don't let our emotions get involved. 11 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, they squabbling, y'all. Monday, long weekend. Yeah, they squabbling. You got 11 million people trading SPY right now. The volume picking up a little bit. The VIX still trading around 16. Uh, but yeah, yeah, the buyers and sellers they're squabbling. That's for sure. They're going at it. And my job is not to even know why they're going at it. Just trade my edge, just like the casino. That's it. That's all I do. And if the price is able to break these highs, I'm going to add more because of previous price action. 9 minutes. 9 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. All right, we're almost there. See if we can get there. Not quite. Mm. See, price tried to break the previous candle high, then we need price to break these highs if we want to add here. But if we can't, there's no adding. There's no adding. All right, risk management comes first. I will wait. I will not enter until the highs are broken. Until then, I'll wait. Until then, I wait. A little less than 8 minutes. And again, this is probability. All right. Yes, price when it got above here before, it pushed up to the double, but hey, it doesn't have to do it again. It does not have to do it again. And that's what Mark Douglas stresses when he talks about trading psychology. Also make trading difficult. The human brain is associating something with past behavior. So yo, these buyers and sellers are squabbling, yo. They're squabbling. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. Shit, price want to continue to push up here. And again, we got closures above here. Nice retest. Retested the navigation zone again. Broke the previous candle highs. Uh, my job is done here as a trader. All I do now is wait on price action. Minutes here until 11 o'clock. Again, see this wick, price closed above, retested it, clean candle here to the left. Um, had to enter. Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. We did get a nice rejection from that navigation zone. All right, look like we broke the previous candle highs again. All right, we have a Monday price action here. 1 hour closes in 2 minutes. It is look like it's leaving a top wick to fill. And trying to close above these wicks over here to the left. 30-minute bullish just briefly. Just briefly. All right, we've been here for about an hour and a half. Let's see if we can get price to fill this range. If this 15-minute close bullish, this will be a celery play. 1 minute. 1 minute for this candle to close. Buyers and sellers are squabbling, y'all. They are squabbling. Like, seriously. It's who has more conviction right now. And again, when price get above here, we'll push up. All right, we got 20 seconds to this 15-minute candle close. All right, we're gonna price a push here. Let's see if we can hit this TP. Okay, we're closing no top wick. I pretty much got out of this. I'm gonna be honest. 1 day price action, and it still may push up, but I mean the 1 hour. Come on, man. 1 hour no top wick, 30-minute no top wick, and the 15 no top wick. It's all good. It is all good, dude. Yeah, YouTube. I'm gonna call it a session here today. These candles are not closing how I need them to, and as you can see, price made a top wick for this previous candle and already pushing down. Granted, price may continue up. Hey, it may just juice the whole day, but my conviction is not there. Because again, 85% of candles close with top and bottom wicks. The wicks give the next candle range to drive in. So we only close with a bottom wick. It's making me feel as though price wants to do what? Come fill this wick. All right. And like I said before, price can continue to push up here today. All right. Let's see what my boy doing. I think he's still in that chart. Actually, let's watch it. Let's see it first. Come hit that TP. All right, now we about to get some data. We had some my boy Nick called it dada. Like my boy, he dada. All right, so this 30-minute candle closed with no top wick. All right. See what the market does. Granted, we did just come make a steep bottom wick here. All right, my boy's still in the short, I believe. Yeah, man. Mm. Okay, here go a good example. You see here? Look, candle closed with no bottom wick. You see what the next candle do? Give it a bottom wick and then go the other way. And that doesn't happen all the time, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in this long position anymore. Okay. I am good. I will be back tomorrow. All right. Like I said, I don't want to make these videos long. Let's see what my boy talking about. Before that, let me go over the reason why I entered this trade. Okay, we came in today with a bearish bias due to the previous daily candle. Okay. So then we went to the 1 hour. All right, marking up key support and resistance level. As we can see here today, price was trading inside of this range in the pre-market. So we had to wait patiently for price action. All right. We got a closure above here on the 15-minute, as you can see here, around 10:15, right here. And then we got a nice bottom wick to retest this navigation zone. I entered the break of these highs. And as you can see here at this advantage point, okay, this is where price is kind of stalling again. And again, I'm not saying it can't keep pushing up. I just don't want to be in it. Right. My edge probabilities have shifted out of my favor with this candle closing with no top wick. Okay. So with that being said, I am going to call it a session. No revenge trading. All right. I took some profit here today. Overall, good trading day because I stuck to my plan, not because I made money. All right. I am the Pray the Trader, TPT Concepts. Thanks again for all the support. God bless. God bless.